Hello everyone, this is Bobo the Vulture. This is Let's Play Gran Turismo. I am saving the progress memory card, as I had mentioned in the last video I was probably going to do. So now I don't have to worry about not having saved the progress. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying either at this point. I do know what I'm doing at this point. It is going back into the game and going to enter the Muscle Car Championship. Muscle Car Championship is an important and good and important important and good and important championship. We're gonna go race in it, and I believe the Muscle Car Championship gets you what is one of my favorite cars in this game. So we're gonna go ahead and enter it. Of course, I could also race in the Historic Car Cup if it weren't for the fact that my car is too powerful for any of those events. So we're just going to go to the Muscle Car Cup. And you will notice that they're American circuits. And unfortunately, they only really had 2 American circuits in this game, but they wanted to do something for American muscle. America! So that's what they did. Seattle short course, Seattle not short course, and Laguna Seca. Now in future Gran Turismo games, they added a street circuit for New York City. I didn't really dig the I'm not a big fan of street circuit layouts for the most part, but that one, yeah, was just kind of weird. There we go, folks. Bringing the best car possible to this matchup. And we're still spinning it around, so we're losing out that way. Of course, these guys are all going to sort of knock each other around here, too, because these muscle cars... The Corvette I have is considered the good handling muscle car, and you'll notice that I'm sort of just bendying around all over the place. So these guys are all going to have terrible times with their cars handling. They're pretty much just going to be like, can I get it to point forward? Okay, good, now hit the gas! Boom! And that's going to be their whole lives. There we go. Well, that guy just sort of tried to occupy the same space as I did, and I think it caused some kind of rip in the fabric of space and time that caused him to bounce sort of in an odd direction. Alright there, Plymouth Superbird. Plymouth Superbird is the actual giant wing on the back of the Superbird, and if I'm not mistaken, possibly in the nose piece, but I think the nose piece might have been installed. But the giant spoilers actually were not factory installed in the cars. They came in like the trunk, and you can put them on yourself. It was basically a way to get around specific NASCAR rules of the time, where if they sold a car that had those pieces in the showrooms, new car acquired. No, I'm not saving the game. I'm going to continue. What's this new car I just got? Seriously, guys, what is it? What kind of car did I just win? I was not expecting to win one on the first race. They're sort of at random intervals here. The PT Spider. Well, it's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive car. Maybe I can use it for the mid-engine rear-wheel drive car championship. But it's time to go back to racing my muscle car. Well, my sports car. My Corvette, whatever you want to call it. Go look up Corvette commercial, I think 1984. Maybe it was 1983. You've never seen anything like this before. Excuse me. Possibly the most 80s thing I've ever seen. The most dramatic 80s thing I've ever seen. It's not like super pop. It's like, oh my gosh, look, there's like computer graphics and lasers and all kinds of funky stuff. And they were bragging about how awesome this car was because it had a 4-speaker stereo. I don't think you could get a car with only 4 speakers in the stereo now. That's how much we as a society have advanced since I was age 4. Alright, I think I'm getting the handle of this a little bit more now. Basically, you gotta flick it into the corner, and then you're gonna need a little bit of counter steer. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, let's move. There we go. Seamlessly through that chicane. And we're not doing bad here. We're not totally dominating this race, but apparently this race favors smacking into walls sometimes anyways, so the fact that I'm trying to take it gracefully on occasion, maybe that's my problem. Yeah, basically this car just needs some judicious counter steering in its current setup, so as long as you make sure and do that, the car will be your friend. You take care of the car will take care of you. There we go, got through there okay. Getting through here okay. And that'll be it. That's another good finish. You did a good job, Corvette. I'm proud of you. Hey, and I beat another Corvette Stingray. So yeah, the muscle cars are totally out in force. It's not just... The Corvettes are totally out in force in this muscle car thing. It's not just me. It's not just me. Although, let's take a look at some of these other super cool muscle cars once the replay starts. Hey, they're all zooming past us. I basically just want to look at that Cougar. That Cougar's a real nice looking muscle car, I gotta say. On the black finish, oh me, oh my, oh. The old Camaros were also pretty cool looking. They all had a very sort of similar style of the time. There were covered headlamps with sort of aligning up with grills. GTX was not of that same sort of ilk. It was basically set up like a regular old car. And you see the difference between the 67 and the 69. That nose style, that tail. Oh, it just nosed right into that. But anyways, folks, there you go. First prize. Another new car. No, I'm not saving. It's like Christmas all the time. I gotta go and see what the new car is. Because, you know, not to put a pallor on the Chrysler concept car or anything, but one of the Muscle Car Cup cars is one of the best cars ever. It's this one right here. Yeah. I would have preferred blue to white, but you know what? I'm going to get in it anyway. I haven't cared that I've already invested money and stuff in that other car. My Stingray. I don't even care that it has the same kind of horsepowers. Well, actually, look at this. 433 horsepower, but 3,245 pounds. 2,354 pounds. So, almost 1,000 pounds less in weight. That's a significant amount of difference this little Shelby Cobra has. Wait, I'm not going to East City, I'm going to South City. I want to get this thing some soft tires. And probably nothing else ever. I'll probably love the car exactly as it is for the rest of its life. Probably. You never know. So yeah, they have the lineup here. You can't get one of these there. But yeah, it's funny, like, there's no mention of the car that Carroll Shelby, the man, is leaning against there in this whole Shelby American lineup, tune, special, any of that. Carroll Shelby died this past year, but pretty amazing figure in the racing world. Also, kind of a medical miracle. He survived, I think, 20 plus years on a donor heart, which is pretty near I mean, it's not completely unheard of, but it's pretty remarkable. But he had a bum ticker for a very long time. He used to race, and he would bring nitroglycerin pills with him in the car because he could have heart palpitations pretty much at any old time, and he'd take those pills. Apparently, you know, back in the day, I don't know, people may still, but people used to take nitroglycerin pills to help with certain heart problems. So, there you go. We think of nitroglycerin these days as an explosive, but yes. Also had medicinal purposes back in its time. Basically, the Shelby Cobra is Carroll Shelby took the biggest, baddest, most powerful engine he could get out of Ford at the time and combined it with the lightest, most agile sports car chassis he could find at the time, which was known as the AC Ace, I believe it was. It was definitely the Ace. It was definitely the car was definitely from AC Motors, which is a British company. That's why a lot of times when you go to Britain, people will consider that we'll call these the AC Cobra, and will claim that it was a British car. You come to the United States, people call it the Shelby Cobra and claim it as an American car. It's an amalgam of sorts, as was a lot of the, you know, better-known cars that Carroll Shelby ever made. Jeez, there I go again. On my own. That said, this is a far better handling car. Than the Corvette was. It has a bit of a tendency to understeer, surprisingly. Until you know, get to the point where you're just spinning the tires like mad. Before then, though, the nose kind of wants to plow out, probably because of how front-heavy the car is. Most of the weight of the car is the giant engine. But yeah, the Shelby Cobra, one of many famous projects that Carroll Shelby produced. The other being he was a big hand in the development and in the racing of the Ford GT40. We'll probably talk more about that car later. It is a car in this game, so we'll probably be looking to get one and drive it, because it is also a divine car to race. Now then. There you go. Let's just navigate that that little turn there nice and sedate, huh? How's that? And the Shelby Cobra also has the unusual and somewhat dubious distinction of being probably the most copied car ever made. Numerous companies make car kits based off of, well, you can get parts from this car, parts from that car, stick them all together, and we'll sell you these pieces of bodywork that look like Shelby Cobra. And you put together something that looks like Shelby Cobra, and probably even has a big V8 engine in it. Apparently one of the more popular kits in the past several years has been one from, I think, Superformance, which is actually based out of South Africa. But they put a kit together, and basically you need a donor car of a... Basically, most V8 Ford Mustangs from, like, the mid-'80s to the early '90s will do. Many of them with the sort of, there's a classic 5-liter V8 from that era. You put one of those all together and get all the parts up and give them body panels, you can get something that seems so much like one of the, you know, Shelby Cobras. It's amazing and everything, but, you know, it's not the real deal, folks. The real deal goes for a huge, expensive amount of money at auctions. New car acquired. That's fun. Believe me, folks, I do think it's fun. I'm having fun with this, folks. I'm found, you know, I don't know if we've earned back all of the money that we spent on that Corvette, but we've certainly won a bunch of races, chalked a bunch of events off of our scoreboard. Which reminds me, folks, this is an important point to bring up. Let's go to the house. We're going to go to game status. You'll see my win-loss record. My average win ratio, is exactly half the time right now. That'll probably fluctuate. Average ranking 2.12. Interesting. Percentage complete. We are at 7.3%. So yes, a long way to go if we are attempting total completion of this game. That's the good news for any fans of this game. The bad news is, it is apparently impossible to achieve 100% completion of this game. There's some sort of bug or miscalculation in the programming that leads you to top out somewhere around 97%. Ah, the Chrysler Phaeton concept. There's many concepts behind concept cars. Oh. Some are pure styling exercises. There's little chance for production. Some are thinly veiled, disguised prototypes, future production vehicles, concept cars fit in all categories, from racer to luxury cars. Can also be used to test public reaction to completely new categories or old categories rejuvenated. Concept cars can look to past, future, both for inspiration. Phaeton was inspired by styling and design concepts of the past, but uses contemporary components and such. But yeah, it is designed to sort of look cool and sort of 30s-ish, but it has fancy components in it, and it is a machine designed for fast touring and extreme comfort. Oh, so they want me to use this for the luxury car championship or something. Is that it? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Let's go to the races and see what we can race. Let's go to special events. Let's go to FR. Okay, I can't enter Clubman R5. I could enter Special Stage R5 with this car. A little underpowered even for it. Go easy on me, guys. I'm just in my little Cobra. 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 Hopefully at least one person, if not more, decided to throw in the accompanying Cobra vocals for that. Yeah, I think beyond the oh, look at you guys, your fancy super pants, cool new cars. Nice cars there, Sonny Jims. I'm just gonna motor on ahead here. I'll meet you lads back at the clubhouse. Yeah, now, in a way it seems kind of funny that this old 1960s era car is beating all of these modern to the 90s rear-wheel drive sports cars and everything. But two things are playing into its favor here. One thing playing against it, it only has a 4-speed transmission. There's, of course, my amazing, miraculous prowess behind the wheel, smashing into walls, that is also playing in its favor. But, it's going to be, this is just going to weigh that much less than any of the other modern cars. Because while there have been advancements in, like, you know, chassis components and sheet metal engineering and things like that that mean that you can make cars out of lighter weight components, They have to pack so much more stuff into modern cars. Shelby Cobra didn't have air conditioning in it. Probably didn't even have a stereo in it. Might have had an AM/FM radio. Certainly wasn't going to have your 6-disc CD changer, which the other cars all would have. I guess a lot of modern cars don't have 6-disc CD changers anymore because nobody listens to CDs anymore. At least when they're in their cars, certainly. Actually, I guess, where do people listen to CDs? Do people listen to CDs anymore, A? And B, if so, do they listen to them in their cars or somewhere else? Because I was about to say they don't listen to them in their cars, and I realized, well, they don't listen to them walking around. They don't carry around Discmen anymore, or Discmans. Okay, so that was cool. We did that. Bonus car. Not going to save the game. I'm going to go see what this car is, and then I'm going to go back and race another race. I just want to look at the cars every time, folks. I understand. This may be getting a little bit tedious to some. Perhaps. Tedium's arising. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying or doing either, guys. Nismo 270RJ. 270RJ. 264? I wonder if that'll be the car that we'll want to come back and use for the... Let's see, 264 for the low horsepower event. 264, will it make it 295? Yeah! So I'm going to attempt this other race with the Cobra here. And we'll see whether or not we can do it. Midfield. I forget what Midfield Raceway is like. Oh, wait, I think I remember now. We may be hurting for lack of a fifth gear here. Also, there's some very serious competition in this this raceway. Up in front of me, I can see it. Although maybe we'll be okay. With the R to the double E, be okay. I have raced on this course before, but it's been long enough that I'm kind of sight reading. Alright, it is a complete crossover there. And then we're down here. This is that section that's been covered in so many of the license tests. Now the problem I'm going to run across here is that I am already at my top speed and I haven't even crossed the start-finish line. Those guys are still accelerating back there. I can feel their acceleration on me. I can feel the cold breath of their acceleration. And I broke too hard too late. That was a mistake. Ooh, nice big slide there. This is maybe not the best way to get through all of these different parts of the track, but woof. Those weren't proper corner exits, I'll tell you that. But we'll see. I may have outwitted these fools anyhow. Yeah! For a long time, the Shelby Cobra held, or unofficially held, the world record for a test that was the 0 to 100 to 0. The accelerate to 100 miles an hour from a standing start, and then brake back down to nothing. Wow, look at all those new modern cars, including the Jaguar XJR vehicle. Okay, what the heck is the Jaguar XJR vehicle? It's just a Jaguar XJR that's called a Jaguar XJR vehicle for some reason. Yeah, it's a fancy version of the XJ sedan, which was very popular model for Jaguar in the 80s and the 90s. I mean, it's kind of their bread and butter car for a long time. New car. Not gonna save the game, though. We're gonna continue. Yeah. And we'll look at what this car is. And we will encourage Zachary Dean to settle down next to us rather than walking over us. There we go. Why don't you do that, Zach? Okay, so we're going to look at what the new car is in the garage. It is an RX-7 GTC. Maybe this is what we want to use. 293. Is that too powerful? 293. Was it 296? If so, this car seems made for that event. 2821. Although this car is lighter. Oh, I don't know, guys. Ooh, oh. Alright. Gonna get in this car anyways. Because RX-7s are really nice cars. They're nice handling cars. We're gonna go to the track there, find out what we can about this race. Hey, maybe we can win it without special tires. Wouldn't that be neat? It is Club and Stage R5. So, okay. We're gonna see how we do. We're gonna see how it goes. Maybe we'll need fancier tires. Maybe we'll just be able to win outright because we have a car that is skirting the very edge of the horsepower rules. Rotaries are high-spinning little things. Zoom. Oh, that was a 240. For all the world, it looked like a new Prelude to me. Oh, when I say new Prelude, I guess I mean new as of when this game came out. Although they haven't made any Preludes newer than that. They stopped making them after this. Let's head on over this way. Okay. Now we got some building up of momentum to do here. We are still well ahead of the others. Sorry, cat is literally climbing on me. Only when I'm attempting to play games. Could not give less of a crap when I'm not playing a game. I'll be sitting down here on this exact same couch in front of this exact same console, like watching another video, or just doing something on TV, or heck, eating a meal even. Not that I would encourage him to interrupt me while I'm eating a meal, but you would think that would be the kind of thing the cat would be like excited, like, oh, you have food, I want to see. Nope, stay back. Stay back. Stay away. I have a gun. Maybe, for all you know. Yay, we won without even making any modifications to that car. Haha. Hey, it's the Mercedes SLK 230 compressor. That's pretty cool, right? I think so. You think so too. And I've officially overplayed this video in terms of time. Oh, Miata, those are nice. Yeah, it was a Sylvia, that thing that I was thinking looks sort of like a Protege. There you go, folks. Another exciting episode with some more exciting progress made. We're just sort of checking off video, or checking off races as we go along here. And that is one cool thing. If you get into a good role and you find that you have certain prize cars that'll help you win certain championships, life's just good. Life just tastes better with KFC. Now, did I get a new car for that event? I believe I did. I got a Sil 80, which is a weird sort of... Yeah, I think it's some mismatch of the two cars that are basically the same car of the Nissan Silvia and the Nissan 240SX. Or 180SX, whatever. Yeah. From the front, it looks like the S13 Silvia. From the rear, the 180SX. Yes, such a car does exist. It is the Sil 80. And it has even been sold by some Japanese Nissan dealerships of late. Hatchback versus notchback. Front body panels, mechanical parts, the same. Sil 80. Sil from Silvia and 80 from 180. Get it? Or you can take Silvia's front section, replace it with an ace. That car actually exists too. It's called the 1 Via. 1 from 180 and Via from Silvia. Get it? Yeah, alright. So, interesting, and I would say that if you're gonna do a variant on them, I would do the hatchback body of these ones. Looks a little bit cooler than the coupe body. Although I guess in theory, I think the coupes weigh less. Oh dear. I was getting the sorry there, I was getting the microphone knocked all over the place. That's my bad. But yeah. We're making some good, significant progress. Checking off races and kicking ass and taking names. We're getting out there and kicking some ass! Ah! Okay, so there we go, folks. That's another one down. So, pleased about that. When we come back next time, we'll see what other trouble we can get into. This is Bobo the Vulture, and this is Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you another time. Bye-bye now.